Hi, so Edward Albert Nichols, December 21st, 1996, replaced with a clone, sweated alien acid like Hervé Villechaize for 12 days leading up to his death. Alright. He gets a Colt automatic rifle 15 mixed with a guitar ship paddle, Bandera style. Heals all Mexican uncomfortable Willie guys, BMC. Corn mixed with shipworm. Ship scooter made out of seashells and oil. Okay. Alfred Shaw gets a Owen machine carbine mixed with a guitar ship paddle, Bandera style. Heals all black uncomfortable Willie guys, BBC. Ship scooter made out of sand and oil. Donald McDonald, pastoralist, gets a Browning automatic 5 mixed with electric guitar ship paddle, Bandera style. Versus all other races and species uncomfortable Willie. And for the Mexican and black that I just went over, I mean big, okay? And so for this one, he verses, he doesn't heal, he verses the other races and species that are big, and then heals and Sergei Voronov's, the small ones. And they become, as that show that came out in 2014, where all the men were gone and it was just a bunch of women and like one guy. And it was like a cowboy setting or something. Kind of like that, but also gladiatorial mix in here during this tribulation timeline. Ship scooter made out of shark's teeth and oil. Okay, so all that, all this, and all this here. Okay. Now what this is, the rift between Reality 1 and Reality 2, that the 43s translate from one to another using Camp of the Saints About as their backdrop. Just as they use Isaiah 11, they use this from Revelation 20 as well. It's not all the 43s. Most 43s, they go through the deal in their reality, and then they get fame in their reality. But some situations are different, and they actually translate realities once they get the fame, and they know what they did. You know, it doesn't reset that way. They know, they're conscious of what they did, and they just go to the other reality. You know, so now what it is, it's all this here. It's a 1121.4 quadruple 5 Q175. That's what it is. Okay, and how they are doing it is through this here. It's an angle with a little circle cloud in the middle. I'll zoom in on that. Angle like a backward 7 with a circle cloud in the middle. That's what their eye kind of looks like. That's their eye. And that could be from the deal what their eye looks like. Like that's the deal eye. So they start there, and then they go up and they go around this face here. And what it is, it's like a face laying down. This would be the chin here. Here. This would be the chin right here. And it's a mouth like Anthony Hopkins' The Edge film movie cover, the VHS tape, where that's how he's doing with his teeth. And it's kind of laying down, but they go around it, and they circle around to make this angle here, because this is an angle. And then they go around again, and then they're there at the reality, okay? So it's like a spiral itself. This may be what, in the True Detective, whenever they finally catch the main, one of the main killers, that's what Matthew McConaughey sees, okay? And we've kind of shown that before, but and the way that they view things, or like their passage, they have it all like this. Like these, like a grass, like grass flowing in the wind. Garden, Ram, Bronze, Pisces, And then they're different in that they do the Ann Road, which is at somewhat after the beginning of the deal, but they cash out and pull a Dunst, as in kind of like the Kirsten Dunst of Spider-Man. They pull that. They pull a Dunst. So nothing against anyone. Keep a mercy mindset. That's just the word that I saw with it. They pull that Dunst. And it could be the upside down kiss or something, but they pull that. So that's their deal difference with it all. And they do this. And then, now why this is important is because this rift will be where all uncomfortable Willie are sent, and the victors of 43 who travel those realities rule under the 64 steam sweat clone. Okay? They get a cape of purple mixed with clear bronze and a 3-line rifle M1891 mixed with Mandalorian tech and a camelback filled with milk. That's just as kind of like the rods and rulers that we went over, like the Robin Williams and the Malcolm Fiix and the Jay Moriarty, the Stan Lee, how they're all like superheroes kind of. This is the same type deal for these special 43 who do that. Okay. So, but the rift itself, this is our video from earlier today. And then the rift itself is a jungle with the city of New York and city of Owensboro, Kentucky. And I put that because I've lived there before. And it is a special place in some aspects, but and it's spiritual. There's fake trees on the riverfront, and those were just put in a few years ago. And nothing against anyone who lives there or anything. Johnny Depp is actually from there, and Grox will never touch on it. You know, there have been people that have said, "Hey, will you map out Owensboro?" and he never will, not even in the Around the World request section. So there is something spiritual about that place. I kind of see it as the top of Pergamus Church, kind of like the seat of Satan or something. Kind of like that. It has that symbolism, but like I said, keep a mercy mindset. Nothing against anyone that lives there. I actually live there, or have lived there. I live in Las Vegas now, but and I'm actually in Lexington right now, visiting, my family. But just keep a mercy mindset. And if you are wondering what my channel is all about, you have to go back through the videos, because I don't go over everything in every single video, because my videos would be like 3 hours long if I did that. So it's okay if you don't understand everything. Just ask Jesus to help you and just keep faith. I have to keep faith because I can't even remember everything that I've gone over, so I just keep faith with Jesus and try to simplify it down. But, this stuff is very complex. So, and don't put words in my mouth. Don't worry. This is all, these deals and everything. If it happens to you, it happens. Don't worry about it if it doesn't happen, It takes all this, the gravity has to be a certain way and everything, and time and chance happen to everybody. It's all God's will, the way it'll happen. And what I'm kind of seeing with the Keat Vans, especially through the lens of what I just went over, is that they're kind of like Christ a little bit. Like the way that they operate, they're kind of Christ-like, and they're probably part of him in the consciousness sense. And the Christ consciousness that we think of is probably because of all their symbolism that they show all day long, like being magnetically pulsed upon us, through the airwaves and through movies and through all the media. And even some of the world leaders could be Keat Van, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, Putin, I kind of think he's Keat Van, it's not like they're all doing like all bad all day, They have to do both or have a balance, and that's where that kneeling part comes in, like the Thyatira Church and all those guys, the Knights of Knee and all those that are testing us. So if you feel tested or whatever, just do what God's will is for your life. Like, don't worry, I'll explain as much as I can, but like, it's going to come down to each individual person and your relationship with Jesus Christ. So, now these two cities are scattered throughout the jungle, like a rainforest or something. Okay, that's how it looks. So then we need like a ruler king or like a beast out of the sea, beast out of the earth for this timeline. So Christopher Charles Skase, 5 August 2001, death of clone. He's that ruler. And the part about in Majorca in 91, that was the clone. That's like right before that he was cloned, when you look at his page. So he gets an M2 Browning mixed with a noisy cricket from MIB and TR-116A tactical sniper rifle. And of course, with all these weapons and everything, keep a mercy mindset. I'm just showing what I got to show. So, this isn't like, gear up or something. It's not like that. This is all end times based. This is all like when all the wounded heads over many countries like rise up, which it says in Psalm 110. It's all like the beast out of the sea multiplied and like spread throughout the world. All those characters. So, and then the way he looks is a Deku tree mixed with Vapor Ighu and mixed with Subject Delta equals King Idol of Rift between Reality 1 and 2. And those are some video games. The Deku tree is Zelda and Subject Delta is like some Fallout type game. I don't think it is Fallout, but it's something like that. But and then the Vapor Ighu. So that's what that is. And I got a map out here. Daniel 7, verse 8 and 11 is Little Horn 1 that we went over. And he covers from January 18th, 2020, which was the start of, he completed some of the 138, including 3-year Qui-Gon, So that's what that is. And then he went to the 3.5-year Elisha, and then the 3-month warning of the flood, and then 10-year islands, Pakistan and India, with a 9.12191 finish of that circle with the fallen angels going into the body and being as like an ego for the new body, the new heavenly body, like that they're like trapped in the body of whoever this Little Horn 1 is. And like, it's like a Cain sin relation. That's how that is, that 9.12191 finish. That's how it is, Cain sin relation type, but in the body, and like, they're like pointed a little bit. That's kind of how I see it. That's just the vision. But Little Horn 2, that's Daniel 7, verse 20 and 21. Power of Megarans, the tether ones, that actually went through that tribulation back in the day. Holocaust, French guillotine, and just the French guillotine. That's not, anyone who might be a clone and be guillotined. It's not them, it's the French guillotine. And then FEMA Islam, which that was the French Revolution, was that French guillotine. Then FEMA Islam was, ended last summer, basically, and that was all from Obama brought all the Islamic refugees, and then Trump went ahead and put them all in FEMA camps, and like the Russians ran those FEMA camps. and the Russians have control of the Blackwater, like the Black Ops, and they have control over Legion too. They've kind of choked out Legion, is what it seems like. And, because of the deals. Because we have to remember the deals have been going on a long time in America, as we showed in that cocktail film. But also, the Russians have been working to get a large influx and dot the I, like to further it for the mark of the beast, since Trump and since Obama too. So, and why are they doing that? Because they want to get to the New World Order, where or I shouldn't say they want to get to the Great Tribulation, where they operate as the new type of Rome, with their Orthodox Russian Church and all that. So, so now this is the idol. New World Order is this guy, Little Horn 2, and 2 years, 2 months, and 26 days. And then the Daniel 7, verse 24, verse 25, and verse 26 is CC Scase that we just went over. Okay. So that's what I see. And remember to believe in grace and mercy of Jesus Christ. A lot of people on YouTube now, they just believe in like works, salvation. And, in my mind, it's always good if you help out, but you can't put all your trust in like the chores. It has to be about grace and mercy of Jesus Christ, like what he did for us, and that's what you have to believe. Like you have to have works of mercy, which is talked about in James and stuff. And like, I kind of think like Groxt shows a lot of like the works of mercy on his channel. He's kind of like the John the Baptist for our age. And, a lot of the Watchmen do a good job, but just with some of the visions and like dreams and stuff, I see a lot of, you have to repent and all this. And I mean, the Bible even says like, whatever sins you retain, let him who is filthy be filthy still, and all that before Jesus comes. And that does not mean like, that does not mean like, oh, well, I like the response to that should be, let's be like the greatest person on earth, or like better than Mother Teresa, or like, all these figures that have been like as idols that like society views as good people. I don't think that that's what it means. Like, we shouldn't look up to those people as, let's be, good people like they were. It's more like, just believe in grace and mercy of Jesus Christ, and like have faith. With faith comes along the works of mercy and grace. So I'm getting off track. I don't know. I might have Legion in me since I'm in Kentucky, because everything is so set in place now. Even the geography has a spirit to it, and everyone kind of molds to that spirit. So that could be going on, but I don't know. I'm keeping faith in Lord Jesus no matter what, and we'll go from there. So thank you and have a good night.